ACNH friends, and welcome back to Dee's Gaming Corner. So, as we said, this is episode... Oof, sometimes I cannot even remember. I think we're in episode 6. So, today we are working on the marketplace, and I also had a little bit of a downfall with this one. This was like neighborhood 2.0. It took me a very long time to figure out what is it that I wanted to do, because I tried so many things, so many different kinds of builds and inspirations, and it just wasn't working out. Right now what we're doing is laying down some fencing, because I do want to separate the end of the marketplace with whatever's going to be in the back, which I think it's going to be, I don't know if it'll be a small extension of the marketplace, kind of like a farm area, but I think I'm going more towards that. But I don't know, we'll see what we do with that. I just wanted to have some kind of separation. So here you can see me trying to use the castle items, because I thought this was going to be some grand building. And then the more I built it, the more I was not feeling it. The more I was like, okay, I don't know why, but I just don't like it. I don't like how anything is coming out. And then I figured maybe I just need a cliff so I can make like a 2-level building and make it look like there's, you know, a shop at the top as well. I don't know. And it just was not working out in any sort of way at all. I even thought that by putting the storefront in the back that it would look kind of different, but you can barely even see it. So I definitely took that away. Yeah, that looks terrible. I took that away, and I pretty much wanted this like old brick that's filled with like overgrown leaves. I wanted it to be, I wanted the edges to be covered, because obviously the edges don't look natural, and in order to do that I would have to do shops surrounding all that brick, and it was kind of a little bit of a challenge for me, but it was a good challenge. It wasn't bad. I feel that I didn't do such a bad job in being able to make a lot of different builds that would be in every kind of angle. Because I don't know how to explain it, but you know how this game doesn't really, like, you cannot rotate when you're outdoors. Like, you can rotate in your home or in other villagers' home, but you cannot rotate anything. There's no way. It's like everything is just in one direction. I don't know how to explain that better, but I was kind of afraid that if I wanted to do a marketplace that kind of was quote unquote a circle, even though it's not a circle, it's just a square, that a lot of people would not be able to see the items that I'm putting down. But I think I still was able to make it happen. I think I made it work. So this is me still going at it, and I want to say I was probably at this for 3 or 4 hours. I had like almost 4 hours of footage of me getting so frustrated and quite frankly even angry with doing this build, because I just didn't know what else to do to make it look nice or to be satisfied with the result. And at the end, I'm kind of glad that I didn't go with it, because in a way this is a countryside build, and while there are some buildings in the countryside, I just felt like at the end I took a break, and then I came back and I was like, you know what? Why am I trying to make this so sophisticated, so big and grand? This is not, you know, a Spanish village, because these buildings kind of look like Spanish buildings, but you know, it's a countryside build. It's supposed to look natural and small and a little bit old. And, you know, I feel like I wanted to keep that naturalness to it. So I tried something else. I tried putting these stalls, but then I realized that I did not like the design code that I had picked for these stalls. And originally I wanted to make this kind of a coffee station, but it just wasn't working out, which quite frankly, I actually still would like to do a coffee station. I think I might do that near the museum. It's going to be like a coffee shop. This build, after trying multiple times to make the coffee shop work, I ended up going with what it really is, a marketplace. It's like a little farmer's market where you can get your locally grown veggies and fruits. I even thought about using the stall, the convenience store stall, but I think I'm gonna add that somewhere else. I think I'm going to be adding that wherever I place the coffee shop, because even though the island is getting pretty filled up, I think we still have a lot of different spots, even like the little tiny spots that we can do a filler build. So here I am grabbing whatever I think would look nice. Goldie is adorable. And at this point, I'm just throwing things all over the ground because I don't have enough pocket space. I think there was even a point where I felt like, okay, this is not working out. So I stopped. I stopped, I think, for a whole day. And I came back, removed everything. I just placed these random trees here because I'm like, okay, if I don't know what to put, then I'm just going to put a bunch of trees and see if that works. And I actually love that I did that. Sometimes you just need to walk away, breathe, take a moment, refresh and regroup, and then come back. And when I did, I feel that I was so happy that I did because everything was coming out really nice. It didn't have to be grand. It didn't have to be anything over the top or sophisticated. I kind of remembered that I shouldn't compare myself to other builds. Everybody has amazing builds, and you don't need to have a creative large build for that. I feel like this simple one was good enough. How adorable. I never thought I would like the busted radio items, but I actually do. Gotta add some hay. And then some... I forgot what these were. I think it was like bean bags, like bags with beans. Or is it like... I don't think it's potato bags. I think I wanted to add shopping baskets, but I don't think I'm going to be putting them in here. I'm going to be putting them at the entrance of this build. Then I decided to do some kind of stairs in a way to make it a little more 3D. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think so far. I never thought about using this covered wagon, but I felt that it would give it a very good vintage feel. There we go. Grab a basket and walk around. So now we're going to work with the bakery. I want to make a bakery build. But of course, let's see how we can work with doing something that's like sideways. I still want to make all of the pastries noticeable. Okay. Do I want these side panels? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't like that. Okay, so I figured that I would use the stone kitchen as a kind of wall to make it kind of look like a building. I was trying to be as creative as possible and think outside the box. I feel that sometimes as an adult, we forget to think outside the box, and this game kind of pushes you to do that because you have to work with whatever you have. So I think it has really let my creative juices flow. Look at this, how cute. And I love that we can still see all of the things that I've laid out. I'm gonna make a little seating area for those who purchase some sweets and they just want to have a moment to sit and enjoy and indulge. Let's see, I wanted to do some tea. And a little carrot cake slice. Okay, so as you know, if you see my outfits changing, it's probably because I either skipped time or I filmed this. I recorded this, I'm sorry. Recorded this in different days. Okay, I want to add something there in that spot. But I don't know exactly what I'm going to be adding. So I think I'm going to... Actually, that's not what I meant to press. Let's see, do I want to do the simple panel? So I downloaded this new code. Kind of thought it could look like a window, but it does not look good. So I think I'm gonna do a little vine wall. Okay. Also, I did put that cacao tree because it's basically how you make chocolate, and it's a bakery. I think it would look... I think it made sense. I didn't want this entrance to be so bare, so I put some of these little string lights. And now we can put back the stacked baskets. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So because we are doing this side, I want things to still be noticeable. So I chose to go with stalls back to back so that the other side can be visible as well. It's not going to be like 100% visible, but I think it'll still work. So I wanted to do a old bookstore slash record store, because you know, sometimes when you go, like if you ever go to like vintage stores or thrift stores, you'll find like in the book section you'll also find vinyl records, old vinyl records. So I felt that that would be a good thing to do. I did see an inspiration for this on Pinterest, and it's actually saved on my Pinterest. You'll see it if you visit, but it was a few stalls it was kind of like a record stall, but this is more of a book store and record store. So I put some recycled newspaper in the back. It's kind of like get your newspaper kind of moment. You can read about the local gossip of the town. And I'm trying to make it look like there's someone who I don't know if it's like someone who actually, no, not someone who lives here, but I'm trying to make it look like there is more to the store, like there is some kind of entrance and some kind of indoor bookstore as well as outdoor, because I am going to work on having an outdoor area with like bookshelves and such. But I wanted it to look like there's more inside. And I felt that this little hallway item or whatever, I think it was as close as it can get to like an entry door. And it kind of reminded me of the anime I used to watch back in the day. Like there's a lot of little tiny bookstores that I don't know, but I've seen it a bunch of times. A bunch of little bookstores that have like these little sliding doors, and you just, you know, go inside and it's like this tiny convenience store. I've even seen it in Korean dramas. They look so cozy. I think it's really hard for me to pick what was my favorite part of the marketplace build, because I feel that every build that I did was really adorable in its own way. Comment down below what your favorite one was. What did you guys like the most out of this build? Or if you have a favorite build in general that I've done so far. Also, I've been trying to get used to the habit of not being afraid to use different furniture items. A lot of times I always wanted the furniture to match 100%, but I feel like I'm slowly trying to let go of that. And right now, let's move all of these crops. Okay, so now that we're back, as you can see, I've added a few shelves. Oh my gosh, look at Rudy in the background. He's all mad for some reason. I was so focused on building this that I never even noticed that until now. I never even realized that he was angry. Okay, definitely a typewriter. So sweet. I really love the typewriter there. It's like you need to write a letter or you need to write something, just go sit and type on the typewriter. And then I realized I really wanted to do a... Okay, how can I do this part? Okay, there we go. I really wanted to do a blanket. And I had to move everything. Actually, I had to move things a lot of times because as the more I built things, or the more I build in, you know, in general, the more I build, the more I feel like, okay, no, wait, let's change this and make it better. Keep picking the wrong wooden shelf. Isn't this super cozy? This little outdoor area. I love it. I think I want to do the candles. The log stakes there. Okay, some books. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't like how they look there. So maybe I'll do another picnic area. Oops. No, that's not working out. And then, of course, I thought, you know what? Why don't I do a small little rug underneath the little desk? So once again, I had to remove everything and do it all over again. But it's fine because I love the result of everything. I love it. The little pillows. It's always difficult to figure out like what to do with the beachside areas, and I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do with the other rest of the beach areas. I think there will be some areas that just don't have much going on, just a ton of weeds and maybe like some areas to lay down, but I don't think that I'm going to do much either way. We'll see what we come up with. That's going to be one of the last things, including the indoor and exterior. Hopefully by then I'll have the rest of the villagers. Right now I'm just adding tons of flowers everywhere so it could look a little more natural. And just adding a ton of weeds. Okay. So I did not want to leave this area empty. So I felt like a filler item, like a filler build would be nice. And I don't know exactly what this is going to be, but I don't know. Maybe it's someone's house. I don't think it's someone's house. Maybe just another store. Maybe. Because this is not the neighborhood anymore. I thought about this designation post, but it wasn't working out. So eventually I did move it to the back because you couldn't even walk through. Okay. Yeah, I realize. I don't think I can. I'm trying to see where I can put this curved light. Okay, that's not going to work out either. I think it would go good here. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, we still have to work on this side. A little seating area where you can feed the ducks. You know, I'm actually thinking I'm going to be putting there's this item that looks like pebbles, but I think it's like you can throw little pieces of, I don't even know what it is, crackers or rice? I don't remember, but the next time that I record, I will probably come back around here. Maybe when we do the peninsula, I'll come back around. See if I can, I'm going to see if I can put that on the chair. Not on the chair, maybe like next to the chair. Next to the bench, I mean. So I'm thinking about where to put this lighthouse. I thought a lot about whether I wanted a lighthouse or not. I did not want to give this any like fishing town vibes, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna give it fishing vibes. I actually think it helped the area look even more put together. I liked it. I ended up really liking how it looked. So after, you know, circling around for like 30 minutes, just running around aimlessly in the island, I finally figured out what I wanted to do, and I think I'm just going to do like another little shop. It's kind of like, you know, when you go to the market and like somebody's cooking something and you can buy like street food. Yeah, this is nice. I know that's a clay furnace, but we can all imagine that it is something else. And this is where the vendor sits. Okay, I finally figured out where to put this light, oh my gosh, I was gonna say light post. But I meant to say the designation posts. All right, so let's go ahead and do a full tour. Here we have a little shop, the little ducky, and a small area to sit and relax, catch a breeze. Whoever was sitting here was obviously reading a book about butterflies. I keep taking a photo of like a screenshot by accident. I just wanted to see the details. Very, very sweet. It's a very charming area. Welcome to the bookstore. You can also buy some vintage vinyl records. But take off your shoes before you go inside. But if you don't want to go inside, you want to stay outside to smell the ocean breeze and read, there's also this spot here. Imagine this in real life. I would never leave. So yes, this is back around where the neighborhood starts. And this is the market. As we enter the main area, you can see the local bakery, fresh bread every morning, and pastries every single day. And if you dine in, you can drink some tea, any kind of tea. And then you can definitely see, in general, the marketplace in the background. You can purchase local veggies and fruits and whatnot, jellies, jams, jellies and jams. Then this is the other entrance to the neighborhood. And back here, we're gonna work on something. I think I do want to do the farm there. Okay, so this is it. This is everything. I don't want to show the peninsula yet because we are not entirely done with it, but I already did begin the peninsula. As you noticed, I did change my clothes again. This is the same outfit we were wearing when we did the neighborhood tour. So thank you guys so much for being here today. I hope that you found this game cozy enough. Now I am going to be seeing you in the next episode because I'm going to start eating this carrot cake slice. Have a blessed day.